This won't come as a surprise to new parents, but getting a good night's sleep with a baby in the house can be tough. Even when they aren't crying, you tend to worry about them, especially when they start rolling over onto their stomachs in the middle of the night. To help quell some of these fears, we've enlisted Shan Roth from Jammy Time Sleep Solutions. Thank you so much for coming, Shan. So this all started when our producer, Kevin, he has a little guy at home. He started actually rolling over in the middle of the night at just 3 months of age. That's got to be terrifying.
3 months is young, definitely, to start rolling over, but not unheard of.
When is it safe for them to do that?
When parents find that their children start rolling over onto their tummy, then they can leave them. They're at an age they're capable of having head control and rolling. The problem lies in a lot of times they'll roll over, but they won't be happy on their tummy. They will be stuck because their arms are stuck underneath them. So usually, until they're rolling both ways comfortably, it can be a little bit of a problem.
Right. So what do you do as a parent to try to negotiate through that situation? Especially if you're already in your room falling asleep, but then you're just always listening for them.
So if your baby's rolling over and they're happy on their tummy, then just leave them. Always put them down on their back. That's what's recommended as the safest sleeping position.
Right.
But if they're rolling over and they're happy, you can leave them be. A lot of parents have a video monitor, something like that, that they install just for their own peace of mind, really, and that's totally fine. Some parents peek in every once in a while and check on baby. That's fine too, as long as you're not waking them up with your check-ins.
I was just going to say, so what if baby is happily sleeping, but it's your arrival into the bedroom that actually wakes them up? That can't be good.
No, then I would quit doing that.
Yeah.
It's best just to set up a safe sleep environment, and then you can rest assured that your baby is going to sleep well and sleep safely.
Should we remind everyone what that sleep environment looks like?
Yes.
Yeah.
No bumper pads, nothing in the crib really aside from baby at a young age. I always recommend a sleep sack, which is kind of like the sleeping bag, but their arms are free.
What does that do for them? Regulates their temperature, doesn't it?
Yes, and you know that they're not going to get tangled up in a blanket during the night, or the blanket's going to come off. So that I always recommend that from about 3 months and up.
Yeah, we use that. They work really well for sure. What do you have a method that works for you that you really like to tell new parents about that really works in terms of getting them to sleep longer?
Yes, the key to getting any child to sleep well is getting them to go down on their own initially. So if they are falling asleep using something external to themselves,
like mommy rocking them or whatever the case
bottle,
may be?
soother, nursing, they will wake up looking for that.
Okay.
So I always recommend right from the get-go, start putting a baby down awake.
Awake.
That's the biggest.
And then what do you do when they start screaming?
You can be there to comfort and support them.
Yeah.
If you do it right from the early days, usually you don't have to go through anything more intense.
Right. Okay, now just because I have you here, I have a quick question. My 5-year-old has started waking up in the middle of the night. Do you apply these same principles that you have with the newborn to, say, even a 5-year-old?
The strategies are a little bit different, but the key principles are the same, that they need to go to sleep on their own. Typically, if they're falling asleep and mom and dad is in the room, they will wake up wanting mom and dad to come back or come in bed with you.
Right. It's the same sort of principle, isn't it?
Yeah. Consistency is very, very important too in any child, but the older they get, the more consistent you do need to be.
There you go. Okay, well, consistency is key for getting baby to sleep. Shan, thank you so much for your advice. That's just great.
Thank you.
We still have more ahead for you on Breakfast Television.